politician now do? He gets his list of grievances published in 50 newspapers across 13 languages. That is exactly what the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has been accused of doing. His article, titled "Match Fixing in Maharashtra," has reignited the often repeated blame game over poll rigging. Now, while the Congress MP speaks of stealing an election and citing Maharashtra Assembly elections in 2024 as a blueprint, right after, when it comes to sources within the Election Commission, reminded the leader of their detailed reply to the exactly same doubts and questions that were addressed in a note in April this year and in December last year as well. Rahul Gandhi conveniently dismissing them for being undersigned or unsigned evasive notes to the imageries, where he says that he hasn't explained, though, why is it exactly that he has not written to the poll body instead of mailing his charge sheet to the publications. Now, meanwhile, when we speak of the Election Commission that awaits Rahul Gandhi's letter, here is a point-by-point fact check on the LOP's accusations. Rahul Gandhi, who has been making the charge that the CEC election process wasn't neutral, the fact check goes on to say that there was no previous government formalized selection for the protocol for the CEC, and it was the then UPA government that ignored the system proposed by Moily-led panel back in 2007. Another charge that has been leveled by Rahul Gandhi, which states that 41 lakh voters were added in 5 months. This is the duration between the Lok Sabha elections and the assembly elections in Maharashtra. Fact check giving out that all of the parties involved in the preparation of the final electoral roll, with less than 100 appeals that were filed by the parties even before the Maharashtra elections could happen. Rahul Gandhi's another charge that there was unprecedented 7% rise in voter turnout. Fact check says that similar 6% rise in final voter turnout was also recorded back in 2019. Another charge that Rahul Gandhi has penned in his editorial, that there was a surge from Lok Sabha elections in BJP candidates' vote in the Kamptee seat. Fact check says that the BJP did not contest in the Ramtek Lok Sabha seat where Kamptee actually falls. All of these allegations that have now been leveled as far as the fact check that has also been given, Rahul Gandhi seems to be upping the ante and is chosen either not to read or to ignore the multiple notes that have been sent by the Election Commission. Now, in a counter, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis also took to the newspaper route and took a subtle yet sharp rebuke at the former Congress party president, saying that the leader has made the same mistake throughout his entire life of blaming others for his own failures.
ताउम्र राहुल जी, आप यही गलती करते रहे, धूल चेहरे पर थी और आईना पूछते रहे।
राहुल गांधी जी ने इलेक्शन कमीशन को सवाल पूछे और उसके जवाब इधर देवेंद्र फडणवीस देते हैं, तो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने उनको एज ए एडवोकेट अपॉइंट किया है कि यही एक सवाल सबसे पहले उपस्थित होता है। तथ्यों के साथ चर्चा हो सकती है, मगर बौखलाहट जो देवेंद्र फडणवीस के भीतर जो दिख रही है, इसका मतलब सीधा सीधा है कि चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका।
Now you heard that coming, the reaction from the Maharashtra Congress chief, chor ki daadi mein tinka. Maharashtra Congress chief also calling Fadnavis's counter as superficial and laughable, and has demanded a narco test on the chief electoral officer, the then additional CEO Kiran Kulkarni as well, saying that these were the officers who were at the helm when the alleged voter scam took place in Maharashtra assembly elections. They must be subjected, according to the Congress leader, to a narco test to expose the truth.
आप कहते हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन का जो जवाब है वो स्क्रिप्टेड है, लेकिन आपने नार्को टेस्ट की भी बात की है, तो नार्को टेस्ट किसका होना चाहिए?
हमारा फेक जो सीधा जो आरोप है वो किरण कुलकर्णी पर है और उनकी नार्को टेस्ट से सारा चिट्ठा खुल जाएगा।
But here's the real question. Why has casting doubts and spreading misinformation becomes the go-to strategy of the Congress party? Is it because making baseless claims and then repeating them ad nauseum is the only tactic that is left in the armor of a party that has seen constant decline in its political fortunes? This strategy, however, is finding takers among the India bloc as well, the allies who have now been taking the side of Rahul Gandhi. Let's get in a word from Sabyasachi, who's joining us live right now. Sabya, good morning. This is a claim that has been made by Rahul Gandhi, and that claim that has been repeated by him several times on several other platforms. Now taking the editorial route, he is now getting a sharp rebuttal, not just from the Maharashtra leaders, but also from the EC sources, as what we are learning, that there has been a point-by-point rebuttal. But where is the evidence? Where is the proof of all of the claims that Rahul Gandhi seems to be making?
Well, that's right. See, the EC point by point has given a rebuttal to Rahul Gandhi, and the EC has pointed out that this is not the first time that the EC has given a point by point rebuttal to the Congress party and Mr. Rahul Gandhi as well. The EC says that back in December 2024, the EC has replied on the same allegation, and in 2025 as well, in the month of April, the EC has responded to the same allegation made by Rahul Gandhi. Now, as per the EC sources, we are getting to know that in the month of May itself, on 15th May, the EC had invited all the national political parties and the state political parties for the meeting, and they invited the Congress party. But the EC says that the Congress party had developed a cold feet, and they did ask for more time, and they did not attend the meeting that had been called by the EC. Now, the EC also says that Mr. Rahul Gandhi, in his editorial piece, has criticized its own booth level agents, polling agents, which are appointed by the Congress party, because at that particular point, these polling agents did not raise any objection while the polls was being carried out. So clearly, point by point rebuttal has come from the EC, and a detailed rebuttal has come to the allegation that has been made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party.
Well, we have seen as far as reactions from the BJP that have also been coming in, saying that what happens to those victories that the Congress party was given by the people of different states, and that too also at the helm was the same Election Commission of India. However, this strategy of a blame game has also found takers amongst the India bloc allies as well. Let's listen into other political parties.
देखिए, ये जो वोटर लिस्ट स्कैम है, इसके बारे में तो सबसे पहले देश में ममता बनर्जी आवाज उठाई थी। ये महाराष्ट्र में जो हुआ था, दिल्ली में जो हुआ था, ये वोटर लिस्ट स्कैम, और बंगाल में ममता बनर्जी पकड़ लिया। ये दूसरे स्टेट का जो वोटर लिस्ट है, वो यहाँ पे वोटर का नाम यहाँ पर डाल दे रहे हैं। ये सेंट्रल इलेक्शन कमीशन में हम लोग डेपुटेशन दिया, हमारा जो ये वोटर लिस्ट स्क्रूटिनी पूरा सीरियसली तृणमूल कांग्रेस कर रहे हैं। कि
बीजेपी और कांग्रेस में अभी आर्टिकल वॉर छिड़ गई है। कल राहुल गांधी के आर्टिकल के बाद आज खुद देवेंद्र फडणवीस को आर्टिकल लिखना पड़ा। क्या
मैंने तो नहीं देखा कहाँ आर्टिकल है। मैं राहुल गांधी का आर्टिकल जरूर पढ़ा है, क्योंकि वो देश के सभी जनता तक वो आर्टिकल कल का पहुंच गया है। राहुल गांधी ने जो लिखा है, किस तरह से महाराष्ट्र का चुनाव विधानसभा का भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हाईजैक किया, चोरी किया, ये हमने देखा है। तो अब जवाब देना चाहिए चुनाव आयोग ने, जवाब चुनाव आयोग ने देना चाहिए ना। चुनाव आयोग जवाब नहीं दे पा रहा है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी क्यों चुनाव जवाब दे रही? जो मुद्दे उपस्थित किए उसमें एक पार्टी है, राहुल गांधी ने चुनाव आयोग को बनाया है 5
Well, in a counter, BJP is of the opinion that it's been over 6 months now, and the opposition, including the Congress, it is high time that they accept and respect when it comes to the poll elections, results of the Maharashtra Assembly elections. For the moment, Sabyasachi, thank you very much for joining in. Now, speaking of elections, shifting focus, it is the state of Tamil Nadu. After offering prayers